Fellas, we have some ultra serious gaming going on. World Cup of Pokemon Finals, Italy versus West, Santu Italy, Ruffles Pro West. Score is currently 3-1 to West. So Italy really needs a win here from Santu, one of the star players, recent Smogon tournament winner. A win here would be absolutely massive. We will be attempting to cover every single World Cup game that we can. So if you enjoy tournament coverage, if you enjoy my channel, I guess, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Alright, let's look at the matchups. Instantly, I see Sand into HO, and I think, alright, well, surely Sand has a leg up. But that Gyarados is pretty scary if Keldeo ever gets damaged. But besides that, I would say it's, with my limited ORS knowledge, I would say it's probably favored to Ruffles. Like, I feel like Rotom, Keld, Drill are just so annoying for HO. But we'll find out. I like the look of the teams, though. Very colorful teams. Looks really good. Rocker is presumably T-Tar on Ruffles' side. Santu obviously needs to keep those rocks off, given he has Talonflame plus Volcarona. Could also be rocks on Gliscor, if Gliscor is the lead of choice here. But this burn that's coming out is about to be really annoying. Yeah, okay. Okay, it is rocks Gliscor. Okay. So probably like a Dragon Dance T-Tar. Yeah, or like a Vortex, but probably Dragon Dance, which could just win the game on the spot if it's positioned nicely around that. This Gliscor getting burned means that Excadrill can actually get the spin off versus it, like pretty easily, in fact. But yeah, I feel like that turn 1 is pretty insane, because what if the Mew Ice Beams you? I feel like that's a pretty common move to be used, especially in ORAS where Gliscor reigns supreme. Do you guys say Gliscor or Gliscor? I never got that right. Okay, Knock U-turn. Very interesting set. T-Tar is in now. Is this like just going back to Gliscor, then that's gonna U-turn into Drill? Is that what's going on here? Because I don't really understand this this T-Tar here. Unless you're like randomly Scarf, but then you'd be no Mega. So that's probably not happening either. Okay, so they both make doubles out. Excadrill and Zapdos. Interesting. I don't understand the Zapdos, honestly. Like, letting that take a burn is surely gonna be pretty tough, but this Drill, which I'm thinking is probably Scarf at this point, is definitely gonna click spin here. Because if Drill isn't being led on HO, I think they typically go Scarf so they have like a reliable way to get your hazards off. Because if you look at it, 4 times weaks to rocks. Like, all the sweepers on the team are weak to rocks. Definitely need to get them off ASAP. So if I Ruffles, I'm probably just going Gliscor here. Yeah, on spin. Okay. That burn is chipping it down, but this is a pretty free rocks here. As Santu presumably goes to one of his many sweepers. Maybe Volcarona. This didn't reveal Toxic or anything, so Volcarona does get a free Quiver Dance, as Sand probably ends, but decides to force the issue. Goes Gyarados instantly, alright? So Ruffles is probably just gonna U-turn out. Okay, or double. Double makes more sense. Dragon Dance. Leftovers Rotom. Are we about to see Earthquake blow this Rotom up? Or does Rotom somehow live with max defense EVs? That's possible. But after that happens, then what? Like, you really need Excadrill to win the game. But you have limited sand turns because you're not Smooth Rock, so it's definitely looking a little tricky. But he might be fine, because I think his goal is just to force this Mega out. I was going to say Terra, but obviously XY. This is Generation 6, so Terra is not allowed. It's Mega. But maybe he forces this out, revenges with Keldeo, and that seems like his game plan. Let's find out. Both sides are thinking, running the calcs, because this is a very serious game, as I mentioned, and it should end way faster than the SM game. But shoutouts to all you guys who watched that video, and also shoutouts to the guys that fell asleep to it. I hope I did you justice. Alright, Earthquake comes out. Okay, it does knock out the Rotom. It is worth noting though, Keldeo in, and if Gyarados trades his life for damage on Keldeo, Excadrill looks really good. Like, Excadrill might just win the game, especially if it's some Rock Slide set, but it's probably default Zapdos because it's pressure instead of static, which is incompatible, so... Well, it doesn't say it in the box down below, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. But yeah, Santo has to make a big decision here. There is a chance that he sacks Mew and then spins with Drill. Because even if this thing is Calm Mind, he has many ways to revenge it, especially with Talonflame. So this is going to be a very interesting turn. Can he afford to lose his Gyarados in this matchup? I think no, but we'll find out very soon. In high stress, major stake games, because, you know, this is finals, people really do use their timer to its fullest to make sure they're clicking the very best move that they can. Okay, Gyarados does die. Very important, very important. Gyarados is down. I wonder what happens next. Do you go Drill and Spin, or do you go Thunderous and, like, Focus Blast or like T-Bolt or something? Like, it looks pretty tough. Honestly, going for Spin might be the best play, and then bringing in one of your setup sweepers on the choice locked Keldeo, because pretty sure it can't Oko Gyarados all the time. But I do feel like that was a little bit of misplay. I feel like you need Gyarados in this matchup. But, you know, Santu's here to prove me wrong. He's obviously the ORS expert that I am not. I'm expecting a nasty plot here. But I'm also expecting Ruffles to just sack his Keldeo, because he doesn't need it at all anymore. So does this game actually just right now come down to hitting Focus Blast versus Drill / T-Tar? Wait. I'm just realizing this. If Thunderous Nasty Plots kills T-Tar in 1, Drill comes in... Well, okay, you have the Secret Sword here, or not. Okay, it's not even Nasty Plot. Oh, and he just goes for the raw Focus Blast. Wow. Okay, well, T-Tar is gone. Sand is going to be gone in 4 turns. So Excadrill has 4 turns to have Rock Slide and do something about this. It looks like it does have Rock Slide, though. So Thunderous will drop in 1, I think. Unless they're like Giga Defense invested, which seems unlikely. But Thunderous will definitely drop. And then 3 turns left. Mew probably eats a single Earthquake, is my guess. But what if this is like some crazy Lum Swords Dance set? Who knows? This is getting really intense, and their timers are getting really low. A lot of these games that have been happening in this World Cup, they come down to 1 turn. 1 to 2 turns decide the entire thing. Which might sound crazy, but that just shows how close the competition is and how close the skill levels are of each player. Santu timer running really, really low. I think he's wondering if he should like pivot into Drill here or Mew here or something. Burn an extra sleep turn. Or not sleep turn, sorry. Sand turn, of course. This is tricky. This is tricky. I think Mewsack, if you don't live Earthquake, Mewsack makes sense. Otherwise, Thundersack... Well, actually, Thunders kind of beats everything. Okay, Talonflame is the sack of choice. It is Rock Slide. Okay. I'm assuming... Wait. Drill comes in? That can't be right. Hold on, hold on, hold on. That can't be right. It's Scarf, Sand Rush, Drill? I just realized it's not showing Mold Breaker. Scarf, Sand Rush. He didn't even notice it. Oh my god. Oh my god, wait. Scarf Sandrush Drill as the sand counter. You know, it has to be Sandrush. He's not running Sand Force without Sand. Oh my god. Okay, well, this Gliscor might be able to heal back up. So it's not completely over, I want to say. Right? Like, surely this Gliscor can just roost up. Yeah, Mew doesn't have anything to hit that. Nice U-turn. Okay, well, he loses the sack. That's unfortunate. Maybe the Zapdos can do it, though. Maybe Zapdos can do it. I would probably... Yeah, go Mew here makes sense. Okay, something is catching the burn. You could go Keldeo, though. You might be fine. Okay, he lets Zapdos take the burn, which I feel like is probably not correct. Keldeo comes in, scalds. Is it Thunderous first? And just Thunderbolt spam? That should be a guaranteed win, right? Because spin from drill isn't killing. And it's a little unnecessary to go for, but it looks like he is. And Zapdos, remember guys, Zapdos in Gen 6 does not have access to Hurricane. So, that's not a word. Or Vacuum Wave, for that matter. So. Alright, well, Ruffles is obviously going to pivot Zapdos here. Hope to everything he has that he lives Burn plus Thunderbolt plus Rocks. But I think Santu has a guaranteed win. He doesn't even have to risk this, it being a random roll or something. He could just go Volcarona here. Because if Zapdos lives and Volt knocks out Thundurus, Santu loses to Keldeo. So, preventing the choke would be going, yeah, would be going Volcarona. And now it's just game over 100%. Yep. Unless this is Modest Scarf Keldeo. Imagine. Okay, well, obviously not. But that would have been insane if it was. And that's why the Secret Sword Oko Gyarados. But this was an insane game. Sand Rush Excadrill, the counter team to Ruffles Pro team. He just knew Sand was coming. That's such a crazy, crazy read. Nah, that was very impressive. Italy's carries Empo and Sanu, dragging their team across the finish line. They need someone else to come through big for them in order to salvage the series. Because right now it's 3-2. We're about to see game number 6. Tricking versus my boy, Emilio. Let's see how it goes. Oh, yes. We have Tricking versus Emforbes. I am so excited for this one. Tricking, one of my absolute favorite players to watch in any medium, in any meta. And Emforbes is obviously my guy who I'm rooting for. But, you know, will remain impartial for purposes of this video. Tricking using some absolutely insane Webs team, which actually has a really good matchup here, depending on the T set. Because if T walls treads, those Webs are staying up forever. But, you know, it's obviously not doom and gloom just off that. Although Webs up, oh god, Webs up Terra Poison Latias with Calm Mind Might 6-0. It's going to be a very interesting game. So obviously, Rabombi is being led. So Emforbes could actually lead his treads, get an anti-lead. But then you're trading a Stun Spore, which could help Tricking's Raging Bolt, which is kind of scary. But I don't see if he has any other play, to be honest. Like, I feel like you need to treads and spin. It's tough, though. It's tough. If he's Boots Saw and Boots Rye or Scarf Rye, he definitely has a chance. Those two sets are extremely pivotal here. But I mean, Emmy does also have a Slowking Galar, so it's not like we're cooked for sure, you know? Like, we definitely got outs. It's a some kind of jank special spam from Tricking side. It could be some like insane max speed, max special attack, nasty plot T, but I feel like it's gotta be tanky on this. We'll see. I'm gonna unpause. For my lead, obviously, I expect Rabombi to be led, unless it's not Webs. It's like some insane spec set or something. But on the enemy side, I expect either Ogre Pawn or Slow King or Treads. And why I say there's half his team is a possible lead is because it is. Okay, so we're going to see a Stun Spore out from Rubambi. And then we're going to see either up or spin from Treads. Up is permanent on Tricking side. He has no way to get hazards off, so it is actually quite nice here to just get your rocks up, not mess around with anything. Tricking clicked instantly, as is Tricking fashion. Tricking back in the day was classified as clicking. He is one of the best clickers of all time, though. I won't lie. I would say he's probably a better clicker than me, but we had our bouts. Like, I think he won Slam best of 5 versus me. I won Classic best of 5 versus him. It happens. Okay, does click spin. Is Tricking gonna sticky web here, or is he gonna hard cha is the question. If he sticky webs and Treads breaks through, it's gonna outspeed this Rubambi pretty soon. And if he takes one more spin, then he dies to rocks. Okay. Well, this looks fucking amazing, because Treads is now gonna outspeed or just go for another spin. And then if he gets rocks up, Rubambi's just never gonna have webs up. So Tricking has to go for para here, and it doesn't happen. Okay, well, that is pretty fortunate. And I think it's just game over, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I honestly think it's just over. I don't see any... He needed webs. Your team needs webs. But, you know, maybe Raging Bolt pulls something crazy. We'll see. Alright, we do see Plot Cha. And right now, we're presumably just going to see a Matcha Gacha. I think you do keep Treads, because Treads will force a Raging Bolt Terror no matter what. So, yeah, wow, this is just over. Getting no paras is just, what can you do? No webs up, rocks up on your side? Yeah, I mean, I have a pair of Treads, but who cares? I don't need that. I mean, I guess something might die here, though. Like, if you click Shadow Ball into Moltres, or you just OHKO it with the Shadow Ball. If it somehow does. I don't think it does. I think there's no way this OHKOs unless max special attack versus, like, defensive Moltres. Okay, well, I am very sorry. Clearly, clearly I am wrong. What's gonna happen here is Darkrai is gonna come in. This Cha is gonna Terra. Honestly, this Cha is gonna Terra, and it could get flinched, and flinch would just be game over, so. Let's find out if the 20 to 25%ers come through again for Emforbes. Yeah, I mean, his only play is to click Dark Pulse, or Trick if he's Trick. Trick is fine if you're Scarf, but if you're not, you just have to click Dark Pulse and try to force the Terra, and then try to win with, like, Terra Ogre Pawn, or something like that. Or Terra Za. It's thinking hard, though. Okay, Terra Poison comes out. Does 2 Oh my god, it gets the flinch. He's just robbing the hell out of Tricky right now. Yeah, I mean, that's just really unfortunate. He just lost the game on the spot, I'm pretty certain. But now he wins the game on the spot. Wow, okay. I'm happy for my boy, but you never like to see games go this way as a spectator. Because it's kind of like, damn, what could have happened? But I would assume Darkrai just takes this Dark Pulse. It doesn't even need to. You could just literally go Treads for free. And you don't care at all. Yeah. Treads is Giga free here. And now you can just spam Earthquake. There's no switching. Okay. Tries to click Thunderbolt for some reason. Not sure. Not sure what that's about. Maybe he doesn't have anything else. Honestly, after you click Thunderbolt, I probably would have just, like... I probably would have just spun. Try to outspeed Cha. Alright, so we're probably going to see a hard Glow King here. Or Darkrai makes sense too. This is very interesting. So this Matcha is going to do over half. Alright, King Gambit comes in to take the Specs Pulse. Is that Specs? 50% to Raging Bolt? I don't even know. But, I mean, this is just over. I don't think there's any way to claw back. I think emforbes just won. Yeah, you can go treads. Why not? Like now, what does he do? Goes for Swords Dance. Gonna get popped by Earthquake. Oh, okay. It actually lived. That surprised me. Now you just sack treads. Okay. Well, he's trying to fish for something, but he's not getting it. I assume you go Iron Moth here, but at this point, like, there's genuinely zero way to win. And Forbes can just EQ. You can EQ once, why not? Like, he either saps or he nasty plots. Either way, you EQ and you're fine. Okay, well, this definitely has, like, Psychic Noise or something, so it should be fine here. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, nah. Oh, nah, nah, nah. That definitely was Psychic Noise, because, you know, you wouldn't go to Slowking if Terra Poison revealed and gets free nasty plots on you. So, or Future Sight. Could have been Future Sight. That could... If that's AV King, which I think it really looks like, that really... And that's really, really bad, actually. But he still has Specs Darkrai. He does get O-Code by +2 Matcha, I think. But he has the flinch chance. And damage could also put into Ogerpon range. Keep that in mind. But this game somehow just got turned around. In fact, Ogerpon could also like Swords Dance, right? Because you live a +2 hit because it's not super effective. That might be the play if it is Swords Dance, but you know, a lot of Ogerpons on these bulkier structures don't really run that. Okay, Za's in. I think it's gonna click Roar here. Yeah, definitely gonna Roar here. Yep. Doesn't get the burn, so that's big. Roar's in Latias, okay. And at this point, you're just spamming Roar as Zamazenta, I'm pretty sure. You're not going to try to let this set up for free on anything. Okay. Gets the Darkrai in on Latias. That's a pretty big deal. Or on Sinistra, I mean. Now you Terra Dark, so it can't heal out of your range. Okay. Okay, Matcha connects. It does 52, and it doesn't heal, or it's a roll. Oh my god, it's a roll. Is this roll just gonna... No, he should win with Ogerpon. After this, Ogerpon wins, I'm pretty sure. But if it's Speed Boost Moth, which with webs, it's surely not. No, this should be a 100% win for emforbes, I think. After this Chad dies, if the Chad dies. Like, maybe you could sack Latias and then bring Moth in, or Za in, get a free Strength Sap. But I think at that point, Darkrai into Ogerpon should always kill. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. These flinches are... These are getting really, really scary. Oh, my God. I don't know why you would go for Strength Sap. I feel like that's definitely not the play. You're just risking another flinch when you could have taken a KO. Wait. Iron Moth might win. If it comes down to a speed tie with Ogerpon and Iron Moth? Oh my god. Matcha connects. Jesus Christ. This is way too insane. Hold on. Okay. Ogerpon is in. It's gonna Terra. Yeah, it's gonna Terra. Can Latias plus Iron Moth do... I don't think so. I think M4 should have this. He does go Iron Moth first. He has to win the tie. He doesn't win the tie. It's over. It's just game over. Wow. That's a really unfortunate game. Tricking definitely should have won, but my boy did win at the end. Jesus Christ. This game as a competitor who like lost to this team does make you feel a little bad. You're like, damn, they just robbed this game and we lost them, but that's just how Pokemon is. Nothing you can do about it. And just gotta move on. Hope your teammates clutch up as tricking. But yeah, wow, that was a pretty intense one. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will be covering the rest of these games as well. So make sure to stay tuned on my channel for some high quality analysis from a guy who kind of knows what he's talking about. Thank you for watching. Take care. Peace.